Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of how this horror movie should have ended. And you're probably thinking, you done Halloween 2 last time, why are you not doing Halloween 3? Well, the reason being is because I see Halloween 3 in the same light as I do the original 1978 movie. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change the ending to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, simply because it was a perfect ending. That phone call, when he was on that phone saying stop it, we didn't know as the viewer if those kids around this town died or not. They left it up to our imagination. It was very ambiguous and a perfect ending to a story that was nothing to do with Michael Myers, but still a perfect ending nonetheless.
Everybody's a suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Wolfman's got Nards!
Halloween 4's got one of those endings that divides fans for completely different reasons. It was the start of the Thorn storyline. First off, if you're going to be brave enough to make Jamie the new Michael Myers, the new killer, from what Michael done in 1963, you're going to have to see that through. The ending of Halloween 4 would have been perfect if they carried that story on towards Halloween 5. I don't know personally whether we go with that, with a young killer who's probably been taken into custody. I don't know whether we'd have went with that, but similar to Halloween 2, they backed herself into a corner, only this time it was an even tighter corner. One of the biggest issues with the end of Halloween 4 carries over to Halloween 5 being a complete mess, because again they backed themselves into a corner and they didn't go with the storyline that they looked like they were going to go with the end of Halloween 4. I personally believe that having this young innocent girl don the mask like Michael Myers did and kill her mother at the end of Halloween 4 was completely out of character, and it took me away from that character that I was rooting for 90 minutes. Some people have a different opinion on this, because I know that some people do like the idea of Jamie carrying over this mantle from Michael Myers, because Michael Myers possibly is dead and Jamie Lloyd is the new killer. I don't buy into that. I don't buy into the Thorn storyline either, so I didn't like that aspect, and I just think that watching Jamie for 90 minutes, getting behind her, hoping that she survives, that was enough for me to root for that character. But having her this killer with no motive at the very end, I didn't like that. I was shocked and I was pleasantly surprised when I seen it, but watching it over the years I thought, that's not like her type of character and they shouldn't have done that. So what would my ending be for Halloween 4? Well, at this point at the end, going towards the end of Halloween 4, we already know, it's already been established that Michael Myers is no longer human. As sad as that sounds, we have to run with that because that was the story throughout and that's the story moving forward as well. So let's assume that Michael Myers is no longer human. He has been taken over by this Thorn and he wasn't human to begin with. As hard as that is to believe, we're running with it. So what I would have done at the end of Halloween 4, let's rewind back to what actually happened. We've got Michael Myers being blasted down this hole. It looks like a gravesite, but he was blasted down this hole and then it cuts to Jamie's house, and then Jamie's the new killer, etc. But then we find out at the beginning of Halloween 5, it isn't just this 6 feet hole. It's down into a tunnel, down into a sewer. What I would have done was I would have incorporated some of the beginning of Halloween 5 to the end of Halloween 4. First of all, I would have skipped Jamie's house completely. Jamie isn't a killer, she didn't kill her mum, Jamie didn't go crazy. That would have made Halloween 5 storyline a lot better, and a lot better for Jamie's character as well. So I'd have eliminated that whole part. But what I would have done was have the police shoot Michael, because we already know that Michael is not human. So have the police shoot Michael, he falls down this hole, but have the camera follow him down this hole. I don't know how technologically advanced the cameras were back in 1988, but have the camera follow Michael down the hole anyway. He lands on a piece of concrete down near the sewer. Don't have the little sewer man there though. Have Michael fall down there and he looks unconscious with bullet holes and blood everywhere, and go back up to the police, make sure Jamie and Rachel are okay, drive away. Now I know in real life that the police would investigate Michael's body, excuse me, they would go down, check his body, etc. Let's remove that for movie purposes. This is movie magic. The police don't go and check bodies, they just leave the bodies where they are. So have the police go away, go back down with the camera and see Michael lying there still looking like he's unconscious, but then seeing his hand twitch, and then it ends. That's when Halloween 4 ends. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have incorporated any Thorn storyline. I wouldn't have incorporated as much supernatural elements, but we have to go with it because he isn't human anymore. So that's why I would have made him survive. But again, you're not backing yourself into a corner. Not only have you backed yourself into a corner with the story that they went with, you're backing yourself into a corner with the main character, with Jamie. And because Jamie ended up killing her parent, her mum, at the end of Halloween 4, what are you going to do with that character in Halloween 5? And obviously we saw what happened with that character in Halloween 5 and it was a mess. So that's why I would have done what I'd done for the end of Halloween 4. This is going to divide a lot of fans, guys, because I do know that a lot of you love the end of Halloween 4. One of my buddies, Lee McCoy, Drum Dums, his YouTube channel Drum Dums, he absolutely loves Halloween 4 just as much as I do, probably more because he saw it in the cinema, and I know that he loves the end of Halloween 4. So I know that there are people who wouldn't change it at all, but that's what I would have done. I would have changed it. But what do you guys think? Would you have changed the end of Halloween 4? And if you would, leave your comments down below and let me know what you'd have done differently. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.